What up, ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion advised. It is simple review time. And we're going to another horror movie here. Well, it's a 2007 supernatural horror film. And this film right here, I mean, it's another movie that I've always looked by and from videos. When I saw that, actually, when this movie this movie was in theaters and the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks pretty frightening and whatnot, but I never got to it because it really was like, it's not going to change. It's one of those movies like, oh, it's the best in the world, but I'm like, nah, probably not. Well, and also every time I went to the library, since I've been going to the Anderson Library, I always see the movie, and I was like, oh, I can get that one right now. But this time I finally did it, and that is the movie, The Messengers, and yes, it's Kristen Stewart. This is when she was like 16/17 years old, because she's the same exact age as I am by 2 months. So she's older than me by 2 months. Me and my wife had a second watch this. Because we watched it first, but we were falling asleep because we were tired as hell, and I didn't really care for the film. It's very slow pace in a way, because like the first 30 minutes or whatnot, it's kind of, you see what happened before they got there in the house, about the former family was there and whatnot, and then you see that, and then it has her whole family. So basically, like enough said, it's basically about it's a destined for a fresh start, and after tough years in Chicago, the Solomon family retreats to this place out in the country. And the father, played by Dylan McDermott, I can't say his damn name, but he's also on American Horror Story. And also his wife is Penelope Ann Miller, which I remember her from Kindergarten Cop with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And also Kristen Stewart, like I said. But they get to this house, which there's the house right there, kind of little scenic route, the crows. They get in this house and it's just the retreat, but it just seems all kind of fuckery out there. Well, only it happens when Kristen Stewart sees it, so it's all like, it's basically, the parents think it's all in her fucking head. They say she cut herself, like, no, it's by these fucking demonic things or whatnot. Oh yeah, and the little brother too. He's a silent little boy, but he sees things. He sees those people. He always thinks that whatever the from the last family is going to get him or whatnot. That don't happen the case. It just gives you that tease. It's not. This ain't no fucking full-fledged rated R film. This is a PG-13 film. I've seen a fucked up film like Nothing Left to Fear. That's a fucked up film with little boys getting murdered and getting their souls sucked and everything. This was different. Yeah, but it seemed like this film kind of dragged on by itself, and it was just, didn't really care about it. The father makes like sunflower seeds or making the harvest sunflowers so he can sell all tons of sunflowers. They're nice sunflowers, and and the crows too. Like these crows come out of nowhere and start pecking everybody. I'm like, what the hell? Is the crows involved for some reason why? And then there's John Corbett, who plays this drifter kind of. Well, you find it later on in the film. He plays this drifter, like he needs some work and whatnot, and so he works with the family and whatnot. And Kristen Stewart meets this boy. Like, there's nothing really going on. She hangs out with him, and her dad don't trust her and all that stuff. And there's always this saying from her dad saying, "Oh, I thought you would change again." Like all this shit happening crazy because they think it's all in her head and whatnot. Well, you actually hear the backstory after she hangs out with this guy for a while, saying like her little brother, he's 3-year-old, I think. Yeah, and they had she was at the babysitter, and her mom wanted her to pick her up. Well, Kristen Stewart's character was drunk, and she didn't tell her mom that, but she ended up doing it, but she ended up wrecking. And after that, her little brother has not talked since. But he's signaled things and whatnot. Well, John Corbett, later on, he seems like a cool, nice guy. And the crows go after him. And there's some scares, like, what kind of scares? Not jumps, I mean, there's jump scares, but they didn't really get my attention. Like in the cellar, I mean, they see the boy or whatever, the woman stuck in the wall, which is whoever it was. Not too much. I mean, this movie did not really care for it. I didn't like. Kristen Stewart's in it. I thought it'd be good, but I mean, she's not really much good actor. I don't know, but this one seemed okay. But I didn't really care for this film, though. I mean, it's just this has no rewatchable quality at all. I mean, whatever I say. But yeah, the type of thing. Spoiler alert. I mean, if you want to know, because I'm gonna spoil it anyway, because this movie sucked, and I don't care how many views this gets because it really poop her down the drain. This John Corbett gets attacked by these fucking crows, and then he gets all fucking pissed. Like, then it shows visions of him with the last family, because it shows the boy and the daughter and the mother, and it first starts. And it shows her that he killed him, and showed, because at the beginning it showed him getting tossed around, but they didn't by who. But then it showed them tossing around. But he tries to get the shit, but then the dad's gone, and he's about to kill him. He's here, her mom and dad. I thought they were going to be dead, but they didn't. But they beat the shit up, and then those demonic or whatever ghosts from the family, they appear. They're in the dirt, and then she's like, he gets all miserable. You're not going to leave my family and want this. And Chris is like, we're not your family. She says, we're not your fucking family. Kicked him. And she kicked him like, this is Sparta. And he goes in the cellar's ground, which it's all soil, and then there's all the family grabbing him, and whatnot, which I kind of like that in a way. But it still gives the rant here. Yeah, like I said, the only thing I liked about it was like the ghost going after the guy who did the shit. And then they get him like, so. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this gets a D+, a D. I mean, I'd give it a rant. I mean, because it's not rewatchable at all. I don't recommend this film. I don't care for this film. It just didn't seem until the very end point, but it's just so paced. And this is also produced by Sam Raimi. Yeah, because it's a Ghost House Pictures production, but it's produced by Sam Raimi, Rap Trevor, who did the Evil Dead series. But I mean, at the end of the day, they stayed at the place, and then there was no fucking cliffhanger scene or whatnot. But the acting, I mean, Kristen Stewart, I mean, she's good looking, but some of the films I've heard she can't act. And this one she's okay, you know. I think this is before, this is like a year, I think, before or after Twilight, which I think, I don't know, I'll check real quick. But first, I must see what this reception got, because I think this was shitty. Yeah, I mean, here's the critical response here at the end of the day, or at the last point. The film received mostly negative reviews from critics. It holds 12% rating, the concept being the message of ironic, but it doesn't rip off of other countless horror movies. Film critic Nigel Fuller wrote, "Time out. Many of the images feel familiar and shocks of not too forced." IGN Movies wrote a review, "It's a Grinch on a farm." So, I mean, that's true. I actually agree with that. But that's it. Good. I mean, the devil and them lose in the end. Humans win, and that's all you gotta know about it. But I do not recommend this film. It sucks. If you enjoy it, which you're right, but it's just not care. But I do got the second movie, The Messengers to the Scarecrow. Holy shit. This is going to be something else, because I just found out this is also a prequel. This is the Rollins families are the famed main characters, which that's going to be something else. Everybody's going to die in that fucking film. But we'll see, and I'll be doing that review soon because I had that film. But who knows which one it will be next. But I'm STS. This is Simple Review, and I'll catch you later. Peace. Well, peace.